The story begins in 1200 BC, where we see King Amphitryon battling against King Argos. Amphitryon is a cruel and power-hungry ruler who desires to conquer Argos and expand his kingdom. He challenges Argos to a one-on-one battle, declaring that no soldiers will interfere and the loser must surrender their entire kingdom to the victor. Argos agrees, but unfortunately loses the battle, and Amphitryon kills him, seizing his kingdom. Back at the palace, Amphitryon's queen, Alcmene, pleads with him to stop his cruelty and spare innocent lives. But he refuses. That night, Alcmene prays to goddess Hera, asking for help to stop her tyrant husband. Hera appears and tells her that her husband Zeus will bless her with a divine child who will one day bring an end to Amphitryon's reign. This child must be named Hercules. That night, Zeus comes to Alcmene, and they unite. As this happens, Amphitryon senses a mysterious force in the palace. Though he cannot see anything, he becomes enraged and strikes his sword around wildly. When he confronts the queen, she stays silent. Suddenly, lightning strikes near Amphitryon, confirming his suspicion that Zeus himself was there. Months later, a baby boy is born. Amphitryon knows the child is not his and is filled with anger, but spares the boy's life. He names him Alcides, while secretly planning to keep him inferior to his biological son, Iphicles. However, Alcmene tells her son the truth that his real name is Hercules, as given by goddess Hera, and that Zeus is his true father. 20 years pass. Alcides, Hercules, grows into a brave and strong young man. He is in love with a princess named Hebe, and she loves him back. While exploring the forest together, Hebe gives him a necklace as a token of her love. But their romantic moment is interrupted by Iphicles, Hercules' jealous stepbrother, who also wants Hebe for himself. Iphicles sends Hebe back to the palace and tricks Hercules into going on a hunting trip with him. While hunting, they encounter a lion. Iphicles is terrified, but Hercules faces the beast courageously and kills the lion with his bare hands. Later, Iphicles takes the lion's skin to the royal court and lies that he killed the lion himself. Although no one believes him, King Amphitryon praises Iphicles and announces his marriage to Hebe, despite her love for Hercules. Heartbroken, Hebe runs away and Hercules follows her, but Iphicles and his soldiers capture them. The king then sends Hercules on a suicidal mission to Egypt, hoping he will die in battle and never return. Before Hercules departs, his mother reveals the truth that Amphitryon is not his real father, and that his true father is Zeus, the king of the gods. She tells him his real name is not Alcides, but Hercules. Alcmene, Hercules' mother, cries as she tells him, "You were born to destroy Amphitryon. If anything happens to you, his cruelty will never end." But Alcides, Hercules, doesn't listen and goes to Hebe. He promises her that he'll return in 3 months and marry her. Then, Hercules departs for Egypt along with Captain Sotiris and other soldiers. When they reach Egypt, they stop in a cave to rest. While Hercules and Sotiris step out for a bit, they return to find all their fellow soldiers dead. They are suddenly ambushed by enemies and completely surrounded. With no choice left, Sotiris orders his men to fight. A fierce battle breaks out, and all the soldiers are killed except for Hercules and Sotiris, who barely survive. The enemy captain finds Hercules' helmet on the ground and demands to know who he is. Sotiris lies, saying Hercules is dead and that his body is among the fallen. Believing him, the enemy captain tells a soldier to inform King Amphitryon that Hercules has been killed, and their mission is accomplished. Hercules overhears everything and realizes that the attack was planned by Amphitryon to have him killed. Back in the kingdom, news spreads that Hercules is dead. His mother is heartbroken, while Amphitryon and Iphicles rejoice. Meanwhile, the enemy captain prepares to kill Hercules and Sotiris, but Hercules stops him, saying, "If you kill us, you gain nothing." but if you sell us, you'll make money." The captain is intrigued and agrees. When he asks Hercules his name, Hercules boldly reveals his true identity. They are sold to a place where people bet on fighters who battle to the death in front of an audience. Sotiris is devastated by the brutality of the place and says he would rather have died. But Hercules promises to get them both out of there. Later, they are taken by ship to a new, unknown arena, and the first to fight is Sotiris. Though he struggles initially, he defeats his opponent. Then Hercules steps into the arena and easily defeats a fierce fighter, impressing the entire crowd and gaining their support. Elsewhere, Queen Alcmene prays in a temple, hoping her son will return. But Amphitryon appears and confronts her. Alcmene grabs a knife and tells him, "Hercules was born for a reason, and now I will fulfill that purpose." She tries to stab him, but Amphitryon grabs her hand. He demands to know who Hercules' real father is. Alcmene finally confesses Zeus is his father. In a fit of rage, Amphitryon kills her with the same knife. He then tells the temple priest Chiron to spread the lie that the queen committed suicide. Back with Hercules and Sotiris, their slave owner arrives. They convince him to take them to Greece, promising to win him a fortune through battles in the grand arenas there. The Baudet owner agrees, but wants to test their skills first. So he pits them against two deadly fighters known to have never lost a battle. During a fierce fight, Sotiris gets injured, so Hercules fights alone against the powerful warriors to protect him. After the battle ends, their owner says, "Your friend is badly hurt, how will he fight now?" But Hercules confidently replies, "Just take us to Greece. I will fight alone and defeat everyone." The old man agrees and takes them to Greece. There, Sotiris finds Chiron, the old priest from the temple, and tells him that Hercules is alive and will be fighting in the arena today. Soon, Hercules enters the arena to face 6 deadly fighters. Everyone expects him to lose, but Hercules easily defeats them all. After the fight, Chiron meets Hercules and promises to reunite him with Hebe. He also tells him the tragic news. His mother was killed by King Amphitryon. Chiron then gives Hercules the same dagger the king used to kill her. Sotiris swears to help Hercules take revenge. Meanwhile, since Amphitryon has been cruel to his people and army, some of the soldiers begin secretly supporting Hercules. Next, Hercules and his allies go to a village where Amphitrion's soldiers are oppressing innocent people. Hercules fights and defeats all the soldiers, sending a message to the king. He must stop torturing his people. The villagers now begin to worship Hercules as the son of a god, believing he's been sent to save them. The king's men bring him the message and report that Sotiris is still alive, and he is accompanied by a fierce warrior named Hercules. Amphitryon still doesn't realize that Hercules is Alcides, his own son. He orders that both Hercules and Sotiris be captured. Meanwhile, Hercules and Sotiris hide in an empty house, where they are visited by the goddess Hera. She tells Hercules that he was born for a great purpose, but warns that this path may take him away from his love. She urges him to accept his father Zeus and gain the power to defeat the king. Hercules angrily replies, "If Zeus is truly my father, why didn't he protect my mother? Why didn't he stop the suffering of innocent people?" Hera simply tells him to have faith in Zeus and leaves. Elsewhere, Iphicles tells Hebe that they will be married, whether she wants to or not. Heartbroken, Hebe tries to end her life by jumping off the palace balcony, but Chiron saves her in time. He then tells her the truth. The warrior troubling the king is none other than Alcides Hercules. Overjoyed, Hebe rushes to meet Hercules, and the two are happily reunited. Hercules promises her that he will kill Amphitryon and then marry her. Back in the palace, Amphitryon summons the Egyptian captain who had failed to kill Hercules. He asks why he didn't kill Sotiris and who the warrior named Hercules is. The captain promises to correct his mistake and kill Hercules himself. Meanwhile, Sotiris returns home, only to find Iphicles and Egyptian soldiers there. They have already killed his wife, and now threaten to kill his son unless he reveals Hercules' location. Left with no choice, Sotiris tells them. Iphicles arrives to confront Hercules, only to realize that Hercules is his own brother. Shocked, he takes Hebe hostage so that Hercules won't attack him. Then, Hercules is chained at a public square where he's whipped and beaten mercilessly. Amphitryon addresses the crowd, mocking him. If he truly is the son of Zeus, he should be able to save himself. If he can't even protect himself, how will he protect all of you? In front of Hercules, Iphicles kills Chiron, and then moves forward to kill Sotiris as well. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, Hercules looks up to the sky and calls out to his father Zeus, begging for strength. Zeus hears his plea and grants him divine power. With this strength, Hercules breaks free from his chains, shocking everyone. Seeing this, King Amphitryon and Iphicles panic and try to escape, ordering their soldiers to kill Hercules. But now supercharged with divine strength, Hercules defeats all the soldiers effortlessly. The villagers, amazed by his power and bravery, now see him as a true hero and rally behind him. With a loyal army at his side, Hercules marches to the royal palace. Meanwhile, inside the palace, Iphicles is preparing to marry Hebe, but Hebe refuses, declaring that she only loves Hercules. As Hercules arrives at the palace gates, most of the king's soldiers switch sides, knowing Hercules will bring peace and end the king's cruelty. Hercules and his army enter the palace, and he challenges Amphitryon to face him in a one-on-one fight. But the cowardly king instead traps them in a ring of fire and commands his Egyptian warriors to attack. Hercules tells him, "This war is between you and me. Let's fight like men. Whoever wins will be king." But Amphitryon, knowing he can't defeat Hercules, refuses and launches an all-out attack. At this point, Hercules lifts his sword to the sky, and Zeus blesses it with divine energy. Using this power, Hercules destroys the enemy army in a mighty strike. The king tries to escape, but Hercules chases him down. The two engage in a fierce one-on-one battle. At first, Amphitryon gains the upper hand, but Hercules quickly overpowers him and is just about to deliver the final blow when Iphicles appears, holding a dagger to Hebe's throat. He threatens to kill her unless Hercules spares the king. Knowing that Hercules would do anything for her, Hebe makes a bold move. She thrusts the dagger into her own body, which then passes through and hits Iphicles, killing him too. Seeing Hebe fall, Hercules is devastated. In a rage, he picks up the same dagger the king used to kill his mother and kills Amphitryon with it, finally avenging both his parents. He then rushes to Hebe, embraces her, and realizes she is still alive. Hercules promises her that he will never leave her again. In the final scene, Hebe gives birth to Hercules' son. The people rejoice, and Hercules becomes the rightful king of Greece. He thanks his father Zeus for guiding him as the story comes to a triumphant end.